Ever feel like your money disappears without warning? Salary comes in, then suddenly it's gone? You're not alone, and you're not bad with money. You're just missing tiny habits no one talks about, the same rich habits and wealthy habits quietly used by successful people. In this video, I'll share 8 small money habits that can quietly change your life. Number 1. Check your bank balance every morning, just 10 seconds. Alright, this sounds too simple, right? Like, how can something this small change your financial life? But this tiny habit is low-key powerful, and it's one of the most overlooked rich people habits. Every morning, before you open Instagram, WhatsApp, or TikTok, you open your bank app. Just look at the number. That's it. No budgeting, no math, no stress. Literally 10 seconds. Why does this matter? Because most people avoid their money. When the balance is low, they pretend it doesn't exist. When it's high, they spend it fast. That's how money disappears without you realizing it. Financially literate people, and people who practice wealthy people habits, do the opposite. They look, even when it's uncomfortable. Awareness is the first step to control. You can't fix what you refuse to see. How does this change your life? The moment you check your balance daily, your brain starts acting differently. You'll think twice before buying random stuff. You'll notice patterns like, why is my money always gone by the 20th? You'll start asking smarter questions without forcing yourself. For example, you see your balance in the morning, $1,200. Later that day, you're about to order food delivery. Suddenly your brain goes, wait, do I really want this to be $1,150 tonight? That pause, that's financial literacy growing, and that's how habits of millionaires actually start. When should you do it? Morning is key. Before the day controls you, you check your money. It sets the tone. It's like checking the weather. Before going outside, you're just being prepared. Who is this habit for? Beginners, broke people, busy people, even rich people. Almost everyone. Because this habit isn't about money, it's about relationship with money. The real secret is that checking your balance doesn't make you poor, but ignoring it does make you poor. So do this. Check your balance every morning in just 10 seconds for 30 days, and your spending behavior will start changing without you forcing it. Number 2. Ask this before every purchase. What does this cost me in time? Okay, this one is a game changer, and almost nobody talks about it. This is one of the most powerful wealthy habits. Before you buy anything, don't ask, can I afford this? Ask instead, how many hours of my life does this cost me? Because money isn't just money. Money is time traded for cash. Why is this so powerful? Your brain treats $50 like nothing. But when you realize $50 means 2.5 hours of your life, if you earn $20 per hour, suddenly it feels real. You're not spending money anymore. You're spending time you'll never get back. That's when impulse buying starts to die. This is how habits of wealthy people protect their future. How do you actually do this? Super simple. First, know roughly how much you earn per hour. Second, divide the price by that number. For example, you earn $15 per hour. You want to buy sneakers for $150. Your brain should go, okay, this costs me 10 hours of work. Now ask yourself, would I work 10 extra hours for this? Sometimes the answer is yes, and that's fine. But now it's a conscious choice, not an emotional one. That's the difference between normal spending and rich habits. When should you use this habit? Every time you're about to spend on wants, not needs. Coffee, gadgets, online shopping, subscriptions you forgot about, especially late-night purchases. That's where money quietly dies. Who is this habit for? Beginners who can't save. People who feel like their salary disappears. Anyone who says, I don't know where my money went. For example, you're scrolling online at night. You see a $30 item. Old you would say, it's cheap. But new you say, that's 2 hours of my life. And suddenly, you close the app. The hidden lesson is that rich people don't obsess over prices. They obsess over time. Master this tiny habit, and you'll start spending like someone who respects their future self. Number 3. Read one financial sentence a day. This one sounds almost too easy, and that's exactly why it works. This is one of those tiny habits you'll notice again and again when studying rich habits and wealthy habits. You read one single sentence about money every day. Not a book, not a long article, just one sentence. That's it. It can be from a finance book, a tweet, a YouTube caption, a newsletter, anything. Why does this tiny habit matter? Because most people think financial literacy requires huge effort. I don't have time. I'm bad with numbers. I'll learn later. And later never comes. One sentence removes all excuses. Your brain can't resist it. And here's the magic. Small inputs, repeated daily, quietly reprogram how you think about money, exactly how habits of millionaires are built over time. How does one sentence change anything? At first, it feels like nothing. But after a week, you start remembering phrases. After a month, you catch yourself thinking differently, just like people who practice habits of wealthy people. Example sentence: rich people buy assets, poor people buy liabilities. That one line might randomly pop into your head when you're about to buy something useless. That's financial literacy working in real life, and a clear example of rich people habits in action. So, pick one source. Don't overwhelm yourself. One book you slowly read. One finance Twitter account. One YouTube channel community post. Open it once a day. Read one sentence. Stop. No pressure to continue. Tie it to something you already do. Morning coffee. Lunch break. Before bed. Habit stacking makes this effortless. For example, you're waiting for food to arrive. Instead of scrolling nonsense, you read one money sentence. 5 seconds. That's it. The real secret most people miss is that you don't rise from motivation. You rise from daily exposure. Do this for a year, and you'll be shocked how naturally smarter your money decisions become, without forcing discipline at all, just like habits of rich people. Number 4. Delay every want by 24 hours. This habit sounds boring, but it's deadly to impulse spending, and it's one of the most powerful wealthy people habits. Whenever you want something, not need, but want, you wait 24 hours before buying it. No arguing. No, just this once. You pause. That's the rule. Why does this work? Well, because most bad money decisions are emotional. You're tired, bored, stressed, scrolling at night. Your brain wants a quick dopamine hit, not a smart decision. The 24-hour delay lets the emotion die. And once the emotion is gone, reality shows up. This is how wealthy habits protect money. How do you actually do this in real life? Super simple. See something you want. Save it. Screenshot it. Add to cart. Walk away for 24 hours. That's it. No budgeting spreadsheet needed. What usually happens after 24 hours? Here's the funny part. Most of the time, you don't even want it anymore. For example, at night, you want a $60 hoodie. Feels amazing. Next day you say, I think I don't need it. Congratulations, you just saved $60 without feeling deprived. And if after 24 hours you still want it, buy it, guilt-free, because now it's a conscious choice, just like people with rich habits make decisions. When should you use this habit? Every time the purchase is online shopping, late at night, on sale, last chance, not planned in advance. That's where money leaks quietly. This habit works best for people who say, I don't even know what I spent my money on. People whose savings never grow. People who want control without feeling restricted. For example, you're about to click buy now. New habit kicks in. Tomorrow me can decide. And tomorrow you thanks you. The big lesson is that rich people don't say no to everything. They say not now. Master this one habit, and you'll cut your unnecessary spending in half without feeling poor or miserable. That's a core part of rich habits. Number 5. Rename your savings account. This habit sounds silly at first, but psychologically it's insanely powerful. It's one of the most underrated tiny habits used in habits of millionaires. You don't change how much you save. You don't change your income. You simply rename your savings account. Instead of calling it savings or bank account, you give it a name that actually means something to you. Why does this tiny change matter? Because your brain doesn't protect numbers, it protects meaning. When money feels generic, it feels spendable. When money has a purpose, your brain treats it like it's off limits. This is classic habits of rich people behavior. Savings sounds boring, easy to steal from, but freedom fund. Different story. How do you do this practically? Open your banking app. Click on your savings account. Rename it to something emotional, not logical. For examples, Freedom Fund. Never be broke again. Quit my job money. Future me's safety net. Sleep peacefully fund. No motivation required, just a name change. How does this change your behavior? Next time you want to transfer money out, your brain pauses. You're not thinking, should I spend my savings? You're thinking, do I really want to take money from my freedom fund for this? That pause is everything, and it's exactly how wealthy people habits protect wealth. When should you rename it? Right now. Seriously, this is a 60-second habit with long-term impact. The earlier you do it, the faster your relationship with money changes. This habit is great for people who can't save money, people who keep touching their savings, anyone who says, I save, but it never stays there. For example, you want to buy something random. You open your app. You see, never be broke again. And suddenly, the purchase feels stupid. Rename your savings account now, and you'll protect your money without fighting yourself every day, just like people who master habits of wealthy people. Number 6. Track only one number, your net worth. Most people quit managing money because it feels too complicated. Budgets, categories, apps, spreadsheets. Those feel exhausting. This habit fixes that, and it's one of the most practical rich habits and wealthy habits you'll ever learn. What is net worth, really? It's just one simple formula. Everything you own, assets, minus everything you owe, liabilities. That's it. One number. That number tells the real story of your financial life. This is how people who practice rich people habits actually measure progress. Why is this so important? Because income lies. You can earn a lot and still be broke. You can earn less and still be getting richer. Net worth doesn't care how you feel about money. It shows whether you're actually moving forward or not. Exactly how habits of wealthy people work. How do you track this without stress? Keep it stupid simple. Assets include cash in bank, investments, anything valuable you own. While liabilities include credit card debt, loans, anything you owe. Subtract those two, assets minus liabilities. Done. No perfection needed. This is one of those tiny habits with massive long-term impact. When should you check your net worth? Once a month, not daily. Daily tracking makes people emotional. Monthly tracking builds clarity. Pick one date. Same date, every month. 5 minutes. For example, month 1, assets, $5,000. Debt, $4,500. Net worth, $500. Then month 6, assets, $7,000. Debt, $3,500. Net worth, $3,500. Same salary, same life. But one person is clearly winning. This is how habits of millionaires show up quietly. Who is this habit for? Beginners who hate budgeting. People who feel stuck financially. Anyone who wants progress without obsession. How does this change your behavior? You start asking better questions. Will this increase or decrease my net worth? Is this making me richer or poorer? Spending feels different. Debt feels heavier. Investing feels exciting. Remember this. Rich people don't chase paychecks. They chase net worth growth. You don't need to be perfect. You just need this number to slowly go up. Track one number long enough, and your entire financial strategy will naturally align around it. Just like real rich people habits. Number 7. Automatically save even $1 a day. This habit, looks almost stupid. Like, why even bother? But this is actually how financially smart people are made. It's one of the simplest wealthy people habits. You set up automatic saving, even if it's just $1 a day. Not when you feel like it. Not when there's money left over. It happens automatically, without you thinking about it. Why does $1 matter at all? Here's the truth. The amount is not the point. The habit is the point. Most people save only when it's convenient. Smart people save by default. This is a core part of habits of wealthy people. When saving is automatic, you remove willpower from the equation, and willpower is unreliable, especially when life gets busy. How do you do this practically? Go to your bank app. Set an auto transfer of $1 per day or $30 per month. From checking to savings. Pick a date and forget about it. That's it. No motivation needed. When should you start? As soon as possible. Today is perfect. The earlier you start, the faster your brain gets used to the idea that saving is normal. At first, you won't feel it. After a few weeks, your brain adjusts. After a few months, saving feels non-negotiable. And here's the crazy part. Once $1 feels normal, you naturally increase it to $5, $10, $50, without stress. That's how habits of millionaires scale. For example, your friend says, "I can't save." You ask, "Can you save $1?" Of course they can. That's how the identity shift starts. This habit is great for people who say, "I don't earn enough to save." People who always save last, and never do. People who need momentum, not pressure. You don't rise to big goals. You rise to tiny habits done daily. Save $1 automatically long enough, and you stop being someone who tries to save. You become someone who saves. Number 8. Hang around one financially smart voice. This habit might be the most underrated one on the list, because it doesn't feel like a money habit at all, yet it's one of the strongest rich habits. What does this even mean? You choose one financially smart voice to be around regularly. Not 10. Not everything. Just one. It can be a YouTube channel, a podcast, a newsletter, a book you slowly read. You don't need to talk to them. You just need to hear how they think. This is how rich people habits spread. Why does this tiny habit change your life? Because money is contagious. Not literally, but mentally. Most people are surrounded by voices that say, "Enjoy now. You deserve it. Money is hard." Rich people are lucky. When you hear that every day, you adopt it without realizing. One smart financial voice quietly rewires that, just like wealthy habits do. You start borrowing their thinking. For example, you hear them say, "Every dollar should either grow or buy time." Later, you're about to spend money. That sentence pops into your head, without effort. That's influence. That's financial literacy forming naturally. Pick one source. That's the rule. One YouTube channel like this. Hundreds K. One podcast you like. One finance creator who explains things simply. Follow them. Subscribe. Turn notifications on if needed. Tie it to something you already do. Morning commute. Gym. Shower. Before bed. No extra time needed. Instead of random content while eating, you watch one finance video. 10 minutes later, your mindset is slightly sharper. You don't become rich by motivation. You become rich by exposure. Hang around one financially smart voice long enough, and one day you'll catch yourself making smarter money decisions, and wonder when that happened, just like people who master habits of rich people. If this video is beneficial, please share and comment. And if you like financial content like this, like and subscribe this channel. Hundreds K.